Hey y'all, welcome back to Chalk Time with Candy and another episode in our how-to series. So I'm going to be doing some projects coming up, and I try to keep the projects kind of short, like a certain amount of time. So I thought the how-to series would be great in showing you how to do some of the things in a separate video. Okay, so today's we're going to be making these little burlap flowers or burlap bows or whatever you want to call them. I had not seen them before until last week, and I thought they were like super cute. So here's what the back looks like. They're just darling. I mean, you could use them in a project or use them just to sit around. So anyways, we are going to make one today because we actually have a project coming up that we're going to use one of these, and I wanted to teach you ahead of time. Okay, so this is really easy. All you need is, this is burlap ribbon. It is not mesh. Okay, I tried to do it with mesh. Mesh does not work. So this is burlap ribbon. I actually got it at Hobby Lobby. It's 5.5 inches, so it's in the ribbon section. All you need. I think they had maybe some different shades. I just went with the plain because we're gonna doll it up with fabric. You can just use this, but I want it to be a little more well, I can't think of the word. So we're gonna go with dolled up, okay? So we're gonna use fabric too. We're gonna have both the burlap and the fabric. So I actually went to Joann's because you don't need a big old huge piece, and the remnants bucket next to, or the remnant stand next to where they cut all the fabric, they have these remnants and they're like 50% off. So I was like, how cool is that? So I got this one in these cute pumpkins because we're doing a fall theme project coming up. But you can get whichever fabric you want. Like this one right here has, actually I'm not sure what it has. It could be little pumpkins on it too. This just came out of my stash, but anyhow, this one I actually went hunting for. All right, so we're gonna use this. And what I did was I actually used this to cut off a strip, and I've already cut it. I tried to be a little prepared for this. So I cut off a strip like yay big. It's actually as wide as the fabric. Okay, so I started with that, and it's 5.5 inches this way to match our burlap. So I actually just laid the burlap on top of it and then cut it off. Okay, cut a strip off so that these match. The burlap is a little bit longer. So it's about this much longer. You'll see that in just a minute. All right, so next we're gonna cut our piece of burlap. I just, this much longer than the fabric. It's not gonna look like this, okay? It's gonna look like this. But I've already cut some off. And once you cut it off, you're gonna pull the strings out. Now I've already pulled the bulk of them out because I didn't think you'd want to sit here and watch me pull all the little strings out. So I've already pulled them, but I wanted you to see what it's like. It's these little strings, they're right here, and you're just gonna take it and pull it out. That simple. You're not gonna throw these away. You're gonna save them because we're gonna need them for another project, okay? So we're just gonna pull these last few out. See how it wrinkles up? And that's no big deal, it's fine. This would be like an easy thing to do while you're watching TV or something, just kind of chilling. There we go, that's it. This is what it's gonna look like when you're done. You see it's got these right here. I'm gonna cut these off, these little stragglers, because we don't need that. So I'm gonna cut the stragglers off. Throw that away. So now it's like pretty straight. And let's see, same thing on this end. There we go. Alright, now with these strings, I want to get them out of the way. But I want to save them, so I'm just going to kind of like loosely tie them to store them. Whoops. Let's see, I'm not doing a very good job of this. Let's just start over. Let's just start over. There we go. Alright, so we're just going to loosely tie it in the middle to keep them all together. And we're going to put that aside because we don't need that anymore today. also going to put the extra that aside. We don't need that. All right, now I have plugged in my glue gun because we do need it. All right, so we're going to start. I actually have this piece of cardboard because I have this plastic tablecloth on my table so I don't make a mess. And here's one more little loose string that I missed. Let's cut it. And it's probably going to keep raveling, so I'm not going to cut anymore because we're going to start gluing and it's going to be fine. Alright, now if you have these little finger protectors, you might want to get one. Might want to go grab that. Alright, so here we go. We've got the glue gun and we are just going to start gluing right here on the edge. We're going to fold it over. So we're basically just going to glue it in half. This is super easy. These are so cute that I want to use them. I think we can use them in several things. And you can custom. That's the word I was looking for earlier. So with the fabric and the burlap colors, you can custom to be whatever color you need. You don't want pumpkins or the orange fall colors. You can go with spring, whatever matches your house. I'm going to keep pulling it up as I go so it doesn't stick to my cardboard there. The longest part of this project really is pulling the strings out. That's not a big deal. You can just do several at one time and you'll have them ready to go. I think if I were going to do several, I would probably hot glue the ends so it doesn't ravel like this one was starting to do. So maybe cut them and then hot glue them until you're ready to actually use them. Like just the very end. Not, you don't have to glue them in half, but maybe just glue like the ends so they don't ravel. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I didn't want to keep cutting. I didn't want it to keep raveling on us, but now that we're glued, we can cut that. Alright, so we're going to put that aside and we're going to get our fabric out. And now we're going to do the same thing to the fabric. And I'm sure I didn't cut this, and I probably should have ironed it, but I was so excited to do the video and show y'all, yeah, that the ironing did not happen. So you could iron it. Same thing on this. We're just going to glue it in half. If you watch this video and you go make some, I would love it if you would put in the comments a picture of your bow or your flower or whatever you want to call it. That would be so cool to see the different ideas that people come up with of different colors to mix, and I just like to see them. And you don't, you can make them bigger, smaller, any way that you need them to meet your project need. That's what's so great about DIY stuff, is that you make it to be the way you want it. So I'm hoping this is just a great idea to help your projects. All right, now we're gonna cut this in little strips. We're not gonna cut it all the way though, right? We don't want to cut it in half. So I've got these little scissors so I don't get carried away with the cutting. And I just kind of eyeball and cut this little string off. eyeball it to make them somewhat all the same, okay? In fact, let's see if I can do these and make this go a little quicker. There we go. Just don't want to cut all the way down. You're just going to cut little strips. Doesn't have to be perfect. No flower is perfect, but they're all beautiful. So don't worry about that. You can tell mine's not perfect. And neither are my scissors. And these are new. And this is good for all projects, not just fall because it's a fall colors, fall material. You could use this for Christmas. In fact, we're going to do some Christmas ones. I already have Christmas material. So you will see some Christmas ones soon. We're almost done. Almost done with this part. Then we're going to do some more gluing. This has a lot of gluing steps, or several. Let's see, I think 4. 4 gluing steps. So you just want to make sure that you have your hot glue gun and you have your glue sticks. In fact, I need to put another glue stick in mine. Alright, our last strip here. There we go. Go ahead and get a glue stick out. In. Alright, so now we're going to glue our fabric onto our burlap. I want it to come in a little bit. I want the burlap to be on the end. Okay, we're going to just glue the two together. I like super quick projects like this one that have pretty, you know, that look pretty when you're done. This is one of those. Super quick. Make sure we're not sticking. We're almost done. Alright, so I have burlap at the end and at the beginning. Alright, let me get a little sip of water. Alright, now let's continue. Alright, now we're going to glue again. And we're going to roll it up this time. we're just going to kind of, once we get it started, it goes easy. It's just the getting started part. Because basically, I don't want to burn myself. Here we go. And you want it to have a good start because you want the bottom to look pretty. And you're just going to roll, roll, roll. You'll see, hopefully I'm not going off the side. Alright, we're just rolling it kind of snug and tight and smooth. We want the bottom to stay flush. So I'm going to kind of keep it neat. Can't wait to see how this one looks. I have been seeing this one for a few days because I knew I wanted to do this video and show y'all. Okay, that, and I've been baking. So yesterday was baking day. Those that don't know, I'm also a baker. So, so if you're watching this and you are new, because you're going to see this on the replay, right? Because I am not doing this live. This is in our how-to series. They are not live. I'm Candy, and I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. And I like to use Chalk Couture for my crafts, but also other things like this. So Chalk Couture just kind of enhances the projects. Alright, got an extra string. Cut that off, and I'm going to glue this edge right here really good because I don't want any more strings coming off. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little extra glue. Hold it for a minute, make sure it's dry because it's kind of warm and burning my fingers. We're done with the glue gun. This is how the bottom is going to look, minus, well, actually, yours will probably have the glue strings too. See how neat that is and just flat? It's going to be perfect for when if you're wanting to glue it to something or just lay it. You want the bottom to be as flat as you can get it, so that's why we roll it really smooth. Alright, it's still drying. I want it to finish drying so we can fluff it out. Alright. So, I'm an independent designer. I think I was telling you on Chalk Couture. And if you'll come back here to my page, you will see more videos. Alright, here we go. Now the fun part. We're going to fluff it out. We're just going to start at the bottom. Let me see, make sure y'all can see. And you just kind of pull the ribbons down, pull the burlap down, and it just kind of creates. It's like so cool. It's beautiful. It's neat. And if you were to use, I don't know what kind of fabric, all right? I'm not a sewer or a seamstress. I know nothing about fabrics. What I know is I just go in and found what I like. But I feel like if you could find like a thicker fabric, or that was a little firmer or stiffer, or however you want to describe it, then the little petals right here would be better. But this is still really cute. Look at that. So cute. All right, so I didn't bring something in here to show you how we can use it, but anyhow, I'll put a picture at the end. So this is going to be helpful because we're going to have a project coming soon, all right? So I hope this is it. So cute. I love it. All right, so I will see y'all later. Y'all have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time you're watching this. And I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.